Yosh, Ohayo gozaimasu. So let's start looking first at trading view since my thinkorswim is disgusting to look at. Not that the trading view is better with all these levels. So we made our play yesterday morning right about Nyo for a drop. Unfortunately, we sold early. No, let me not start with that. It's not unfortunate. I got a piece of the move. We sold early and we made our little bit of money yesterday, but it went down further up till 4122, creating a nice clean demand, and then rallied up to the top of this trend I found, which Adam Mancini also added to his newsletter, so he doesn't miss anything. And we had a minor sell-off there, but bulls caught it, created another demand, and we, I wouldn't say rally, but we rose up into close. I had assumed that we might chop under this level and break through it overnight. That is not what happened. We instead sold back down to, and this is the March lows, and popped back up, and you can see we rejected again at 345 from this descending trend, and again at 8:30 in the morning. I don't know if something important was released at 8:30 in the morning, but there we go. So let's go ahead and do what we always do and read Adam Mancini's tweet. All right. Yesterday, my rally target was 4156, which was high of the day. ES has now spent 7 days in a 60-point range, making it the tightest range in years. Wow. 4155, 4120 equals chop. 4120, 4155. Oh, and this is OPEX week. You guys know how much I can't stand trading OPEX Fridays. Although the last OPEX Friday was pretty straightforward. There were no uh, just chaotic moves. Things sort of made sense. Um, so I don't know. Let's see. Plan today. 413533 is support. So we're at support right now. I should probably add a level here. Or should I just move the 4132? Yeah, I'll just do that. We'll move it up to 4133. As long as above 4155 and then break to 4173 in play. 4133 fails, we sell to 4118. Well, we'll probably sell to yesterday's low, and if that fails, then we've got 4118, or this whole cluster right here, really, of supports. Because we still have 4112, we have this trend, I think 4018, like he said, and 4012, whatever from yesterday's low, and also the low on last week Thursday. Let's see if there's anything added in the comments that we might want to look at. I like this comment, and this has been a problem for me. Somebody asked Adam, because I guess in his newsletter, Adam and CD mentioned the failed breakdown of yesterday, where we went, um, hold on, 10 a.m. Well, this was a fake breakdown. You know what? I don't know what this is the fake breakdown of. I'm guessing it's the fake breakdown of 4128 or 4130. And then once it was recovered, and this guy's asking, how do I know if it's a fake breakdown? He goes, awesome newsletter regarding yesterday's 10 a.m. fake breakdown. How could I understand it will not going down to the next level, but reversing up with fake breakdown? So I guess this is the problem I have. Um, he's thinking, how do you know that it's going to be a fake breakdown? And Adam Mancini basically responds, because it recovered the low, making it a failed breakdown. Trading all about reacting, no need to guess. It becomes a failed breakdown when the low recovers, then one acts accordingly. So what he's thinking is the questioner is, if this thing is falling, how do I know when to get in? And how do I know it's a fake breakdown? And Adam Mancini's response is, you'll never know it's a fake breakdown until it already recovers the low that was lost. Now, my thinking is, by the time you do know this, is it not FOMO? Um, if you get in, how much higher will it go? But from my experience and from what Adam Mancini is telling me is that if the level is, let's put this back to where it was before. I think yesterday it was 4132, right? If we lose the level, then price turns around and we regain the level. Typically what Adam Mancini does is he'll give it 5, maybe 8 points above the level, and then he'll go long. And then he will sell at the next, he'll go long with many positions. I'm running on very little sleep right now, and I'm worried that today's going to be a busy day. And I should mention this, I'm probably not going to trade today because I'm so exhausted and because I made decent profits yesterday, decent relative to my small account. Unless I see something, a massive edge, I'm probably not going to trade today just to give myself a rest. But Adam Mancini would sell 75% of his position at the very next target and then hold runners. The same usual process. So anyways, the plan today is difficult because, as you can see, it seems like bulls are trying to hold the April lows, and it seems like the bears are trying to resist any breakouts here. So we may chop deeper into this level, and it may pop one way or the other. I'm not a fan of triangles like this because you never really know which way it's going to pop. That's the problem. So anyways, the market's going to open a little bit. I don't know if I'll be back in time after the bell because I have a couple assignments to do. But I'll try and update as the day progresses. I haven't showed Thinkorswim, VIX, or anything like that. I guess I should. Let's see what we can find on VIX. All right, so we were, oh, this is 10:30. Anyways, supply, and this looks like, I didn't realize oh yeah, I did realize, that's why I went short. We had a breakout of this level yesterday, sorry, but had a fake breakout of the 1 hour and dropped back down. And now it looks like this daily might be resistance, so this might give us a rally if we can reject off this daily and pop back down and maybe reach the bottom of this channel again. Not channel, but this megaphone. But again, no idea what's going to happen. All right, we're going to switch back to a 515 and go back to SPY. And yeah, I have a few things to do, so I'll be back later. I don't even know what button to press. I'm so out of it. All right, while I await a response for something I need to do, here we go. First 15 minutes, just a big wick above, a big wick below. Chop. If you had taken this long and you sold quickly, you could have made a few bucks. I mean, I don't know. We're below VWAP on both ES and SPY. Yep. We are rejecting from that daily on VIX though. As you can see here. But you saw that quick pop right here. So again, the problem with VIX is it doesn't always, SPY does not always go after VIX, and VIX does not go always after SPY. It's what I've noticed. SPY could rally while the VIX is dropping, and then SPY will suddenly drop. Or SPY could be dropping while the VIX is rising, but vice versa in both ways. So, but 4132 and 4135 is our supports, and we're still above that for now. Yeah, nothing really big to report there. All right. Just after I left, we dipped back down. We hit. This is clearly not 4140. I've noticed as each day progresses, whatever levels I have on SPY ends up getting lower. Does that make sense? So this bounced at 4136, and here I have 4140. I don't know what this is, but this is not 4138. So here we go. I even consider just jumping in just to see with a tight stop loss, but whatever, man. There's the sudden push. Now, if it breaks out of this, then it's going to start to really push hard. Tweet from Adam and Sini, meanwhile. Day number 7 in the tightest chop range of 2023 and started the same way as every day does in the ES with a mid 130 test, which was defended to get the RSI oversold. 4135 key support held so far, which keeps 4155 in play. Break to 4173. 413533 fails, 4118. This is the repeat of this morning. Now what the bulls don't want to have happen here is for it to create a supply and then it drop. In fact, I'm almost tempted to take it long now in the anticipation that this might break out, but the problem with breakout trades is they're only about 40% effective. So if you add my luck into it, probably about 20% effective. But it looks like the bulls are going to push through. And if I do take this trade now, that's the only trade I can take for the day. The other problem is though, even if it does pop above, it could very quickly turn around and slam back down. Look at pre-market, this candle here. The time to have gone long would have been around 4132, 4135 down here. You wouldn't have gotten much. Well, no, this is 20 bucks if you can get in at the very bottom. So $10, $15 is not terrible. A lot of action for this candle being that it's only 1 minute old. Bulls are trying. But as of right now, we're beginning to form a supply on SPY and a demand on VIX. Now, you see what would have happened if I had taken this long earlier. Let's say I got in at 35. I'll be all happy I got $4 in profit. But now it's turned around. And something like this, after this much of a push, if this fails and begins to fall, it can fall hard to VWAP. And it can go from 35 to 25 very quickly. There, exactly what I was talking about. And in less than a few minutes, we've gone from 39 down to 27. Meaning if you had gone with 10 options, you would have lost $100 right there. Now it's still possible we can bounce at VWAP. We're at VWAP in both ES and just slightly above SPY. But I have a feeling that's not going to bounce. Surprised I haven't gotten a reply from this email yet. I'm going to have to submit this form without their approval. Okay, there it is. Bulls are trying to push it back up. But a very clean supply. It's even cleaner, or even more even, even better looking on ES. So bulls drop now if they want to save this possible push, is they have to get this back above and shut down this supply that has formed. Wow. That wick went from a wick to just a full candle quickly. Shut down. Now, another way of looking at it, and it never even occurred to me, is after this pop, we could have capitalized on this trend again, and we could have gone short here. But this is why I don't like playing breakout trades sometimes, breakouts of levels, because it could really fake you out. Now here's our March lows. I don't know if we're going to hold there. Look on VIX. We've just broken out of this trend here, broken below the daily. Yeah, maybe the hour will be where it turns around, or maybe this will be a fake breakout and we come back down here. But we're still above 4132 support for now. Where did we bounce at? 4133. Yeah, that's at least somewhat accurate. Yeah, a wild day. Anyways, let me file this thing. Anyways, I wanted to get an approval before I filed it, but I'm not getting it, and I don't want to wait too long. But I am curious to see how this candle closes. But we still have 8 more minutes left. Okay, here we go. We are now forming a demand on spot. Look, it's already running. It's already running hard. I was debating about getting in, but as soon as demand forms, it's kind of too late. Look at this push. Look at this push. The complete opposite of the previous candle now is about to occur. We formed a supply. We rejected from the daily on VIX. I had considered putting in a buy in at like 30, but I wouldn't have been filled anyways. I never pulled back enough to get filled in at 30. The lowest I got was 29. It is still possible though that this can close forming a strong demand, so it might close up here and then it comes back down and we retest and then we push back up. Still a possibility, and I'm going to bank on that. Still, it is also possible that after this massive drop, bulls don't want to risk anything again. They're going to push hard to get through. But here, let me show you VIX. It's a very sloppy looking supply, but we basically were up here when I last showed you, and then bulls turned it around. We closed this candle below the daily and now open this candle at or just slightly above this trend, and now we're pushing. We need to get past this level, of course, and on SPY we need to get past this supply that had formed. Based on what Adam Mancini says, that we've been in the tightest range we've been in for the past couple of weeks, and it's been the tightest range in years, that can only mean that when this thing moves, it's going to move strong. But here's the thing, seasonality wise, we should be selling. We should be dropping by mid-May is when the market should start to fall. Again, let's look our seasonality. If we can still, there it is. If we zoom in, towards the end of May is a drop. So, not to mention everything that's going on in the economy right now. I'm quite surprised we haven't seen a pretty decent sell-off as it is. I thought CPI would do it, it didn't. I thought FOMC would do it, it didn't. I mean, we had a little bit of a sell, but nothing major. No 20-point moves on SPY, you know? So, I'm curious which way this is gonna break when it breaks. And I'm curious what catalyst is gonna be, because every day this, oh yeah, we did see Powell speaks on Friday. Papa Powell speaks on Friday, so that could be it. Friday 11:30, I think it was. But we are still above 4132 was 4135, 4132. We're still above 4132, so bulls are still technically in control for now. But look how this candle went from a strong green candle up here, and we went from 29 to almost 49, stopping at 46 here. And now, candle's still not closed yet. We still have 5 minutes, and now it's complete reverse. That entire green candle is now a wick, and we've pushed down. And we are officially now below 4132. Yeah, quite the push. All right, I'll be back if something major happens. But I'm glad I didn't take this breakout. I'm glad I didn't take this demand right here. Both those would have been losses. All right, here we go again. New candle, new demand formed. And on VIX, new supply is forming. Although, again, this was a supply until this turned around dramatically. This is the hour we rejected yesterday on VIX. So we'll wait and see if this candle closes and actual demand is made. Alright, 2 minutes until this candle closes, and we would have officially formed a demand on SPY and a supply on VIX if bulls can keep this from turning red like the last one. Now the question is, if we get a retest, how far of a retest do we go? Should I even wait for a retest? Should I just go ahead and go long? Or should I put a buy in like at 21.20 after this candle closes and see if we get a little pullback with the hopes that this will turn around? One minute left, let's see. Oh, never mind. Although, doesn't this give you deja vu of the previous candle? We're doing the exact same thing. Alright, demand is officially formed and we have a new candle that's already pushing through. There's not even any pullback. Looks like I should have got back in down here. The test of 20. But I wanted to wait for the candle to close before trying to go long again. This would have been good. Get in at 20 here, sell at 40. Done for the day. Alright, here we go. Question is this a retest or is this just bears asserting themselves again? This is so volatile, chopping from one way to the other. I should just go back to my original statement this morning and just not trade at all today. I mean, they're big, relatively speaking, for the chop we've had, they're big movements. But they're sudden changes, swinging one way to the other. right. Sorry, I was distracted. So, well, this is the strategy. Demand was formed. It appears we're about to retest. It's not pulling back as far as I would like. I would rather like 21, 22, but I don't want to put a buy in at 21, 22 because it could just easily fall, fill me, and continue falling, and I'm just going to lose money. I'm just jumping in front of a moving train. That's the problem. Honestly, the only smart trade to have made today, now that I think about it, was to take this short again. The safest bet is to wait for this to turn around and then to go in when it's coming back up. But again, it's moving so volatile, it'll just come down and snap back up and go from 25 to freaking 40 in seconds. I just realized this. I'm so blind. Look, let me zoom in. Look what we just did. We just formed another supply. There's no demand. Well, no, there is a demand on VIX, but it's sloppy looking. But still. Remember, I put in my buy in at 21, so I would be filled right now, and it's probably still going to continue dropping. No? Would I have called it right? Is it turning around now? I don't know. This is already starting to be a long video, and it's just a lot of chop, so if something significant happens, I'll come back. I'm here not paying attention, and look, we came back very close to retesting the demand that had been formed, and if I had gotten in at 20, oh, but look, this candle just closed and a new one started. Fascinating. And now it's being pushed back down. And we're back at the daily on VIX. Watch. So the question is, what's going to happen now? Are we going to pop back above? Or are we going to reject? Just so all of this now is a pretty decent example of what it's like trading on OPEX day. In fact, usually the levels won't even get retested this well. More likely what will happen is we'll drop below the level and then it'll close above. You know what I'm saying? And just a bunch of chop. What would help the bulls out now is if we form a minor demand here and a minor supply on VIX. No idea if that's gonna happen though. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I keep thinking this is a day to step aside, probably the next couple days even, and just let this thing run. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, a quick update. I completely forgot because I'm so exhausted. I did not sleep well, partly because I just couldn't sleep, but when I was actually finally about to fall asleep, this roommate would make noise and wake me up, and at one point she made some noise that was loud and it just got my heart racing and I just could not go back to sleep. Also, I worked out yesterday and I must have uh, consumed a lot of water because I had to get up and use the bathroom like 3 times yesterday as well. But I forgot I have a client today, the gorgeous Russian model, which I feel bad for her because she spent a significant amount of money over a year ago getting that lipo surgery where they remove fat from certain parts of your body, and she looked good afterwards. It was impressive, but my worry about people who do things like that, like shrinking your stomach or getting lipo, is that if they don't change their lifestyle habits, their diets, the way they when they train, how much they train, their frequency, all this stuff, there's a high risk of them returning back to that that point pre-lipo surgery, pre-surgery, whatever it is. And unfortunately, we haven't trained. I haven't trained her in 6 months, and even when I last trained her, it wasn't consistent. We've never really been consistent. And the irony is, if we were, because I can look at someone and can tell potentially how good they can look. It's not really that hard. And some people I can look at and I can tell that even if they worked out and trained hard, they just have this physique that just isn't going to, be aesthetically pleasing, I suppose. I don't know. I don't want to be shallow, but um, this woman, I mean, she is a model. She does model. She does get work. So, anyways, I will hopefully get to train her today, but that's actually in a couple hours, so I need to make an update, and I may not be able to upload this to YouTube until later in the evening, because after I train her, I need to run some errands, and I don't think the roommate is here now, but she says she's leaving tomorrow, so I'm hoping that is the case. Um, so I can start screening possible replacements for her other roommates that it's ironic. The first one was just terrible, and I've already explained why. The Black American girl, whatever. Um, she there's two extremes. There's the extreme of a really prudish kind of roommate, which is what I have here, and then there's the other extreme as the other girl, the first girl, who is the opposite and just sort of assumes um, that there's going to be some sort of intimacy and just expects it almost. I like to find something in the medium where the person isn't like completely shut off and making it awkward, but also the person isn't extremely presumptuous and making it awkward. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I gotta find another roommate replacement, and it would have been nice if my landlord would have replaced this blind so I can take better pictures and post them, and also post the actually really beautiful view that this window has. But unfortunately, he's kind of dragging his tail on it, and he still hasn't replaced the blind. So unfortunately, I still have foil paper on my window, which looks even sloppier now because thanks to this roommate who keeps pulling and peeling back at the foil paper when I've asked her not to, it just looks even worse. So, anyways, sorry for that long rant. Here's the update. Nothing to really report here. This is an absolute choppy mess. What is interesting though is if we go to VIX, this trend here has somewhat been holding other than these two breakouts that turn out to be fake breakouts anyways. But we're breaking out yet again in this candle, and which should mean we've got like a little bit of a mini rally going on, but as you can see, not really. I'm sorry, not a mini drop, but I I would have thought, um, the way we're breaking out here, that we would have gone below our previous demand zone, but that demand zone that was made this morning, it's still going strong. It has not been invalidated, which probably should means I should probably adjust something here, but let me zoom back a bit. No, no. This is just a whole lot of chop. So basically the 4135 area has been a magnet for quite a long time now. So there isn't really much for me to report on that. As you know, I took no trades today, and I think that was the best thing for me to do with a choppy mess like this. Uh, I don't know if tomorrow is going to be more chop. I would suspect it is until Friday's Friday's Powell speech, but maybe some technical analysis will occur, or maybe something will happen, um, a non-catalyst that would push this thing one way or the other. So, but in any case, if I zoom out, you can see this is clearly a very, very choppy and very I can't think of range bound day, I guess. Not a lot going on, so I don't think this will change much in the next couple of hours, but this may end up being my last video until something major happens. I'm going to leave here in about an hour, but unless something major happens, this will be my last video, and I'll just post this as it is. All right, tschüss.